The dealer maintenance is an important part of the data entry. These are the groups or third-party clients that we're monitoring groups of accounts for. We can also use the dealer or dealer maintenance to deal with chain stores or any groups of accounts that we want to identify as slightly different from the mainstream. All dealer accounts must start with 99. In this case, I'm going to open up Acme Protective Systems. They are dealer number, of course, 99-01-0001. The balance of the numbers, the -01, since we don't get signals in on dealers, is pretty much irrelevant. This is simply for database storage to keep certain options that are called up and information that's called up during dispatching. We keep email addresses and fax numbers in here, as well as factual information about the dealer or the group in this case. On page 1, we obviously keep the account group ID along with the name, the contact, the address, city, state, the primary fax number for the dealer, as long as the primary phone number, and alternate phone number. We keep a primary email address and an alternate email address. So we have dealer email 1, dealer email 2. We have mailing information regarding the dealer along with that same breakdown as above. We have out of service entries. Are they allowed to place accounts out of service? Now this flag is important when using Telelogic and the SIMSII capability because this will keep them from placing accounts out of service. Are they allowed to do database modifications? This is important from a SIMSII standpoint. A short name of what this alarm company is. Obviously their long name is Acme Security Systems Incorporated, but we want to designate them with a shorter name to help notations throughout the program. SIMSLink ID, what their AR company is if we're actually going to do billing for them. Sorting special codes for the dealer. We also can keep business hours, what days of the weeks they're in there. We can nominate callback numbers here, which would appear on the dispatching, so that when the customer calls back or the police department calls back, we can answer the phone with their name. We can create a warning screen for all of the accounts underneath this group, so that when we're entering a dispatch mask, we automatically get up the warning screen, which could be used for whatever that you would like it to. There is a general purpose password for the dealer that can be used. The number of accounts that this particular dealer has is located in the lower right hand corner. If we move on to page 2, it's simply a contact list for this dealer. We can put all of his technicians in here. We can actually manage their schedule if we wanted to, so we know what time that they can be put up. There are certain signals that we would call the dealer's technician on instead of calling the account. So even though the signal comes in on the account, if the mnemonic doesn't bring up anything within the account on the contact list, it will then go look into the dealer's contacts to bring up a series of names possibly inside of the dealer. The last page of information within the dealer are specific comments regarding each one of the troubles. These can be hotkeyed in from a dispatch mask in case you want to put specifics regarding service, what you want them to do for this particular client, or troubles and battery lows and so forth. Following through that, there are also some extra information. We have the ability within the SIMS2 to create dispatch information on a per account basis. If I said on every dispatch I wanted to create an immediate event that was sent out by fax, I can do that. So if I do a police dispatch, it's immediately going to send a fax out to the dealer. Same with service requests and priority routing. I may designate down here to send every time I get I want to send an email out or a fax out for only priority 1 events. Going through that, we also have history routing flags. This can be important later on if we want to set up specifics regarding how we want to route history reports for our form writers. The form writers have the ability to come in here, find out that everything on his might go out by email or might go out by some other method. We can answer yes or no for his routing there, or the same thing holds true for the database routing. The only other flag that has a big implication here is we may set up this dealer to force ordered contacts. In other words, when we get up our dispatch mask for this particular dealer, I can force the operator to call the first person on the call list, then the second, then the third, and not allow them to move down and pick whichever ones they want to do. This concludes the dealer part of the data entry.